Y'all, so I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story that is, I guess you could say, fairly creepy. But it's a story nonetheless, man. And um, this particular story, right? This is a story that I would say caters towards a Christmas story. I would definitely say a Christmas story. But with it being a Christmas story, it's a scary Christmas story. It's not some jolly Christmas story that I'll just be telling you guys today, man. But again, this is for my Let's Just Talk Stories community. And man, all right, so I'm gonna take y'all back to this is probably when I was about nine, maybe 9, 10 years old. I lived in Memphis. And it was Christmas. We were, living in an apartment. We were living at the bottom floor of the apartment. And my mom, she got the Christmas present together. The Christmas tree was together. This was the night before Christmas. She would have it to where, she would tell the neighbors that were above us to she would tell them to stomp on the ground, like stomp on the floor. And that would make us think that the reindeers and Santa was on top of the roof, right? Like moving and things of that nature. And we were in bed. Everything's good. It's probably like maybe 11 p.m. And, so just before midnight. We're asleep. She's like, go to sleep. She got Christmas music playing, things of that nature. And my mom always made us just feel amazing. When Christmas would come, man, you would get that bubble gut feeling. She always knew how to make everything feel so welcoming. So shout out to my mom. But again, the story is going to take a dark turn. So bear with me. Essentially, or eventually, we ended up um, getting to the point to where we were asleep. We started to fade off. My mom had the cookies and the milk and everything outside on the plate. We fell asleep and we went to sleep. Me and my brother shared the same room. We fell asleep and my sister slept in my mom's room. And we fell asleep. We are then waking up by my mom because on Christmas Day we were going to head down to Mississippi. We had my great grandmother and all these, my grandmother, everyone down in Mississippi that were going to meet us there. And so we end up uh, we end up waking up. She wakes us up. Hey, I think Santa came. I think Santa came. We over there. Like, we flipping. And so that ends up happening. We get up, we get ready to run out there to the living room where the tree is. And again, we're at the bottom floor of the apartment building. So right behind the tree is the patio area where you could then go out with the sliding doors and you would see like a gated in little patio area, concrete area, just small little section. And then over that was like a courtyard with a bunch of other apartment buildings surrounding this courtyard. And so we get out there, we see the cookie and the milk. The cookies have been bitten and ate. The milk has been kind of drunken a little bit, but obviously it's my mama. She. So for the kids who watching it, I'm sorry. But um that ends up happening. We start to see the gifts, man. I'm in my underwear, you know what I'm saying? I got my little undies on, my Hanes underwear on. My brother got his Hanes underwear on. And the gifts are wrapped. Everyone's happy. We're having a good time. We say our prayers. I think we will always say our prayers before we open up the gifts. Thank the Lord for another Christmas, this and that. Everything's going fine. It's me, my mom, my sister, and my brother. And was it someone that made was my godmother there with me as well, with us. And maybe someone else. I don't know who else it probably was. But we're unwrapping the gifts, man. We're, excited. We're getting ready to unwrap them and things of that nature. Next thing I know, we hear a blood curdling scream. A woman. It's a woman screaming. and the pitchness of the night, right? Granted, it's like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. All you hear is ah, like, but it's a woman screaming. It's like a blood curdling scream, and we just all pause and we look around and we start to look at each other. And my mom looks at us. We all look at my mom, because obviously she's the parent. She's the one who we look to for that security, that safety. She immediately, I think, I remember her running to the lights and cutting it off. It was pitch dark in the apartment. And then she looks out the window, and she's peeking out the window. She's looking out the window, trying to see where did it come from. And we're just looking at her. I remember just probably just looking at her. And immediately we start to call 911. So I don't really remember anything else other than the part I'm about to tell y'all. But essentially, I guess we had to pack up our gifts. We packed up because, again, we got to get ready to head down to Mississippi. Um, and we pack up our gifts, pack up everything. Um, and then when we do that, I think our family member pulled up because they were going to drive down with us to Mississippi. And we're getting ready. We got our coats on. My mom's like, all right, be ready to go. But we're only going to leave when the police get here. So we don't leave. We don't get into the car until the police pull up outside. They finally pull up. I remember mom waiting for them, looking out the window. She's like, okay, y'all ready? Let's go. We run and she grabs us, grabs us all by the hand. And she starts to pull us toward the car. We come out the front door. We're walking down the hallway of the apartment building, getting ready to enter the courtyard out towards the parking lot. So we're getting ready, in the parking lot's to our right. So we're getting ready to walk out this hallway, turn to the right, but to the left. Well, to the right, as we're scanning out of the courtyard, I'm seeing the police out there. So again, we're moving as the policemen are out there. I guess my mom felt safe to do it that way. As we're leaving, there's 2 policemen, guns drawn, and they're walking towards the left. So me being a little kid, right? It was kind of like the little Bible story where, I guess Sodom and Gomorrah, they told her not to look bad, or not Lot's wife not to look back, and she turned into a pillar of salt. Well, your boy would have turned into a pillar of salt because my mom told us not to look back, but just run toward the car. And I looked back, or I looked towards where they were. We were running away from where they were going. So I looked back. And all I remember seeing was a building, right? One of the apartment buildings with the bottom floor door. There was a door to one of the apartment building units. Looked like it was kicked in, right? And all you saw was pitch blackness. It was just pitch black, pitch dark in there. Nothing I could see in there, except I think all I saw was what looked like a red flashing light that was just doing this every now and then. It would just flash on and off. And so I was just really freaked out. I remember I had to pee, I think, and I couldn't even pee because we didn't want to take long. And that's it. A short story. Creepy story, man. You know, long story short, we went to my grandma's house. My mom never really spoke any of that situation anymore. I'm actually going to ask her when I get off here, like, whatever happened to that woman. But come to find out, yeah, it was. I think it was probably a domestic violence situation, or it could have just been a break-in. I think it was domestic violence. But yeah, on Christmas Day, you know what I'm saying? Like one of the days where you would feel like people would be with their families, people would be, supporting, promoting love and happiness and Christ, all these different things. I'm not sure if that woman died. I'm not sure if she was murdered. Um, but that scream was one scream by which, you know, I would probably never get out of my head. But Yeah, mom never talked about it. I can't remember anything else after that, other than the two policemen that I was also hoping and praying that they were okay too, you know? Um, but yeah, guys, let's just talk stories with your boy. Let's just talk Trey. And man, creepy story, man. Again, it's Christmas, so I thought it would be a pretty good story to share with y'all. But a story nonetheless that to this day creeps me out. So this Christmas, man, have a beautiful Christmas, Merry Christmas. But at the same time, stay weary. You know what I'm saying? Stay on your keep your head on a swivel. It's Christmas. We got a lot of people out here doing some crazy stuff. And you just don't know who could be watching or lurking. So keep yourself packing. You know what I'm saying? Because we good over here. But stay packed up, man. Stay aware. Stay safe. It's your boy Trey with Let's Just Talk Trey. Until next time. Peace.